What's up everyone, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here. About a month and a half ago I had the chance to actually go to Dell's campus in Texas and get a chance to walk through and sort of see how Dell works and talk to them about their customer service. And certainly in the time that's passed, I've unboxed and looked at probably one of the flagship smartphones, the Dell Streak. You've seen my review of it, you've seen my unboxing of it, you've seen my software comparisons. You've seen really everything about it. But what does Dell think about the device themselves? During one of the Streak meetings I was able to bring in my camera and actually show what Dell executives say about it, what they think about it. They knew I was filming. So it's kind of interesting to sort of hear it from the inside. And I sort of asked some questions about how they plan to position it with the iPhone, how they view sort of Apple and Android in general. It was very interesting to sort of hear the opinions straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. So I hope you enjoy the footage, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Custom Android-based tablet that's 5 inches. Did any of you get hands-on time with Cirrus today?
Yeah. We were playing with it last night at Play Northwest.
Oh, this one's actually turned on if you want to pass it.
Oh, okay.
Just hit the,
Oh, it came on when I pulled it up.
And so you guys know while Matt's doing that demo, Stephen and I are going to be walking around and getting a few of your reactions on video as you first pick up the Streak and interact with the Streak. So that's what we're doing.
So react well.
So kind of the, just real quickly, the development inspiration around this was trying to achieve, a couple different things. First of all, what some people don't know is we wanted it to do this. So act as a phone. We also wanted it to do this, fit in pocket. And the other part is we wanted to create a great mobile web browsing experience that showcased the web as the publisher intended. So one of the challenges on a smaller smartphone or device is when you look at the web pages, they don't really always look like they should on a laptop. But that's difficult because you need to find the right balance of a large enough screen, but something that's also portable. So I want to show you one of my favorite things here. If you look up here, we've got this home dock that I have at my house that I've hooked up with one cable to the TV. And if you think about, I don't know how many of you guys live in the city and maybe take the subway to work and trying to kill time when you're not working, of course, I'm always working. But, if you loaded some movies on here, and when you got home, you had maybe like 20 minutes left of your movie, you want to finish it, but you need to cook dinner. Seriously, one button, put it in my dock. HDMI. Oh, we switched it, sorry. Oh, sorry. You need HDMI. No, I got it right here. It's just on the I got it right here. That's the only HDMI that's what you're using. I wanted to steal my thunder, so it's sabotaging it. That's what we get it now. That's an HDMI slot. So, as right here, you can watch. It's a great viewing experience, right? Let's kick in here some. Let's say you get halfway 3/4 way through your movie, but you really want to watch the rest of it while you're doing something else. Put it in your dock. One touch, just one button.
What resolution does it export at?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's, I think it's at 720p. I'm not exactly sure of the. Can it go higher? Oh, it's this line.
It's a mile from the desert.
So this is actually, there were about 1,000 people from this race here in Austin that were provided a unit as a beta tester. And so what we did is we completely customized. Where's the other one? So with Android, you'll know that you can have multiple home screens, right? You can customize them with whatever pictures you want, whatever widgets, applications. So for this, we gave 1,000 people some beta units, and we completely customized with their pictures of them crossing the finish line, videos of them running. Did they ever have Anyways, this was a news segment that KITV here in Austin taped, and I used as my video to showcase the beta options. So a couple other things. One of my actually favorite things that I use this for is it's my navigation, my GPS device in my car. We have some accessories like a dock you can put in your car. think I queued one up already in here.
Can you teleconference with that too? Like, can you do Skype with it too, like at a conference?
Well, we're talking to a number of unified communications companies. We haven't announced it yet, so we're not ready to announce kind of all of our partners with it. So.
It does have a front-facing camera, though, right?
Yes. Front-facing VGA and then a 5 megapixel camera on the back. What's the processor? Qualcomm Snapdragon.
Does it support Flash?
It will. It'll support Flash 10.1 when Froyo comes out. So one of the great things about this device is you're going to buy it today. It's going to have all the great technology features that you want today, but it's going to be prepared for tomorrow. So it's not one of those devices that you buy and then it's completely outdated in a month, right? This will support all over-the-air updates. So when the carrier pushes out the Android update Froyo, which is 2.2, I think, that this will support it. And then Flash 10.1 is dependent on Froyo, so you'll be able to get those updates right over here.
What resolution does it record video in?
That I don't know. I'll have to get back to you.
Is Wi-Fi enabled?
Yes, so Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. I have my SIM card here, so I'm running on 3G right now.
Handwriting recognition?
No, it's capacitive screen.
We do on our smartphones. I'm not sure on this one.
There are apps in the market, in the Android market that's on phone that do have Android.
Sure.
Capacitive screen?
Is there any? Is there?
Is it capacitive screen?
Yes. On the sides, so touch the home button right there, you'll feel it.
And it vibrates. It's so weird.
So on the front, you have your back button, your menu key, and then your home button. So it's a real quick if you get like 5 windows in, you want to get back to home screen. It's a quick touch. One of the other cool buttons is just like on your web browser, everybody loves tab browsing now. You can open up as many windows as you want. All right. So multiple windows, so you don't have to like close one browser down to go search for something else that you're interested in. And it's you could be browsing, you could be talking on the phone at the same time. You don't have to close one and to do the other. And then obviously you've got Android Market. You can go and download. I don't know how many thousands of apps that they're queuing up about an extra 10 grand, 10,000 apps a month or something like that. So it's growing incredible. Developers are on board and just creating some great applications. So.
The first one I know internationally, it's been picked up by international carriers. Is there any carrier announcement in the U.S.?
There will be later this summer. So it was like May 25th. We announced with O2 is the carrier in the UK, and Carphone Warehouse is the retailer. So you can buy it on O2.com or O2 retail stores or the Carphone Warehouse retail or online.
And I mentioned to my audience that I was coming to look at Dell's mobility, and I had a few questions that I promised I would ask.
Okay.
So the first one that I would ask is Dell planning on entering the mobile space permanently? I know there's been sort of little forays here and there. Is Dell something that Dell's committed to?
Oh yeah, we're here. We have a whole business unit called the Communication Solutions Group that all these devices are coming out of.
And the next question I wanted to ask is, how does the Dell team view the iPhone 4, and how do they view sort of Apple's design as a whole?
In what context?
So the question would be, do you consider a product like the iPhone 4 to be direct competitive or something like this, or is it something that's in a completely different market sphere? And what market are you trying to target this with? It sort of seems like an in-between device.
It is. Like I said before, we really wanted to create a product that was capable of providing a great web browsing experience, but also what you don't see in some of the other tablets is the ability to do this, to make your phone calls, and also put it in your pocket.
I mean, it's the form factor and the weight is really great. Like you can hold this product and play with it. Larger tablets that are coming out now, they're heavy, they're harder to hold. So the motion-based games or whatever are taxing. And with this form factor, we think it's really great. The ability, when you see this is an ultra high resolution display. You can see a full web page on the display. So scanning and scrolling is really great.
What's the screen resolution, and does it have an accelerometer in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll turn as you turn.
And John, the screen resolution is 800 by 480.
Okay.
And I won't do this demo here because it always scares me, and I know you're able to do it, but it does have what's called Gorilla Glass, so it's super resistant to scratches. And I've given the demo probably about 20 or 30 times, and I've only got so many 4-leaf clovers in my pocket. I just prefer, this is mine, I don't want to lose it. Yeah, it's great. I know some of the guys that work on the product team, I mean, they take pens and they're just jamming on it, and then people are just like, what are you doing? But,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
and again, I mean, this really is what I said, it can be a phone too. I mean, it's really optimized around data first and voice second, whereas, if you want something smaller, it's optimized for phone. We've got smartphones too, and I do have a few over here that I can pass around as well.
And this is the first in the Streak product line?
Correct. So, we're continually investing and looking at other areas, other form factors, depending on what the usage needs are that we hear from folks like you and our carrier partners. We'll continue to monitor that feedback, and Ed's team, the mad scientists over here, will definitely cook something up.
Sorry I missed it, but is there a street date and a price for it?
Later this summer in the U.S. It's already available in the U.K.
Okay.
But we haven't announced.
Why do you launch UK first?
It could be a number of reasons. We've had a relationship with O2 for quite some time. I think it was back in December, actually, when we made the announcement with Telefonica, which is their parent company. I think what folks need to remember is that Dell is a global company, right? And that depending on the carrier and the region and the government rules, there are a lot of different cycle times for getting it certified through the equivalent of an FCC here, or the carriers also want to make sure their customers have a great experience, so they may want to put it in their labs for anywhere from 8 to 16 weeks, whereas different carriers may have different length times. So it's really a combination of many things. It's not where we want to launch it. It's just a lot of things take time. This is a global product, right? You're going to see it over time, kind of show up everywhere. So I bet I get probably 15 to 20, maybe 25 emails a day from folks in France and Germany and Singapore and Australia. Everybody's like, where's my street? Where's my street?
And I know there isn't a carrier announcement yet, but the unlocked device does support AT&T's 3G networks in the US, correct?
I have my AT&T SIM in here right now. Some folks that are on our beta team, I think they're running their T-Mobile.
Does it have okay. Will it be sold unlocked or just carrier?
It really depends. When we make those announcements, we'll make those details.
Right.
But also, I mean, if you look at like O2, you can buy the product without a contract. It's not unlocked with O2, so you can't take it to the carrier. It's optimized for O2. But again, when we're ready to announce that, we'll certainly let you guys know. I would say like pricing. Everybody's interested in pricing. That again will be announced when we make our announcement here in the U.S. But I know with our partners at O2, depending on the contract you buy, there's some contract options where the device actually it's free if you and I think it's 349 or 369 pounds out of contract, which is the equivalent of about 5 something. Yeah, not quite sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.